This is how you check ring end gap. So I take the ring off the piston. I've got the other ones on, just trying to show you how to do it. You take the piston and you shove it down to make sure it's square with the piston. Then you take a feeler gauge, and I've checked this already. This is a 14 millimeter feeler gauge. It's kind of hard to see there. Stick it in there, and I have a slight drag. So that is my ring end gap. So looking at the service manual, the largest gap we can have for the compression ring is 1.37 millimeters or 0.0539 inches. That when it's wore out, essentially. Looking at the feeler gauge here, I know it's really hard to see, but this is a 0.35 millimeter feeler gauge, or 14 thousandths essentially. This is the one that I used to get my slight drag on the rings in the previous video here. Basically the specs is 0.3 to 0.45 millimeters or 0.0118 to 0.0177 inches. That's the min-max that you're looking for in the service manual. So when I had this in the engine block, basically it was squeezing this ring together, and what I was doing is trying to find where there's a slight drag. That's my piston end gap. You should do that with all 3 cylinder rings. Also notice the dot there, that means up. The dot never goes down. So in other words, make sure that dot is going towards the cylinder head.